Okay, we're on.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our monthly Voice of Experience call. I love and look forward to this time every single month because we are always speaking with some of the tippity top leaders in Plexus and ones that always have that special something that we know our teams are going to glean so much wisdom from to help them grow their business. Tonight, I might have to say, is one of my favorite guests we've had. I was so blessed to be able to spend time with Bridget in Musha Key. She was one of the top 7 earners in the company this past year for convention. And we had the biggest blast. In fact, we actually got to share a home together. They were on one side, we were on the other side. We had an outdoor bathtub, we had an outdoor shower. It was just the most magical place. And when they told me that I was getting to room with her, 2 thumbs up. I was super excited to get to know her better. Most people know her as a Diamond Ambassador, mom of 7, a road schooling, homeschooling mom, and a top earner in Plexus who is a social media genius. So we have so much to learn from her tonight. I don't want to take up any more time. So Bridget, we can't wait to hear from you. Take it away.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And yes, I'd have to agree. Sharing a house with Tamra, she's somebody that I looked up to. I remember when I first joined Plexus, there were certain leaders that I looked up to and I wanted as a mentor. And Tamra was definitely one of them. She is such a strong leader. And when I met her, she's just so humble and sweet and kind and makes you feel like, you know, you're best friends right away. And so it was an honor to share a room, and it's an honor to be on this call talking to you guys. So here I am. I want to share a little bit of my story and get to what has helped me, what helped me go diamond a year. And so basically, I was a happy customer for almost 10 months. I did not want to do the business. And when I look back, it was fear, really. It was fear of, and I think a lot of us struggle with this. We see that typical network marketer. You know, we see online, we see the annoying posts, we see the graphics, and we don't want to be that person. We don't want to be the person that is annoying our family and friends, and we don't want to be the person that is selling to our friends and cold calling people. And I didn't want to be that person. And so I thought, well, I'll just kind of do this business and I'll kind of tell a couple people because I know the products work. So what I did after 10 months is I put a post on Facebook and I did that, you know, I'm not going to take up your feeds, guys, but I just have to share, you know, and that kind of gave a front, like I'm really not into this, but if you want to buy it, you can. So what happened was I had people message me and my warm market kind of dried out, right? We message all of our family and friends. We message the people that know us and believe in us and know our personality and our integrity. And then, you know, you get to where your warm market's going to dry out. You can only follow up with so many people. And so what I found is that if you're not expanding your network daily, it's going to dry out. And that's when we see people, they sell a product to their warm market, they can only do so many follow-ups, and then they end up jumping ship and selling another product to their warm market again until that dries up. So people do not know how to expand their network, and this is where I see the make or break in people in network marketing, is they don't know how to market. They know how to do it the old-fashioned way. And I always say to my team, this ain't your mama's MLM, right? We have millions of people at our fingertips, and it's our job to be able to get these amazing life-changing products and this amazing life hack of a business opportunity in the hands of people that need it. And we have that at our fingertips. We just have to know how to grow and expand our network organically. So I want to share some tips that have worked with me and how I've done that. So I've shared with my warm market. It dried up, and I surprisingly was surprised that my sisters and my mom and all the people that I thought were going to join did not even want to try the products. So now what am I left to do? Do I quit or do I expand my network? And I knew for me, I saw the vision. I knew this was going to work, and I had to figure out a way how. So I want to share with you a little bit on how our warm market knows and trusts us. Okay, so how do we generate organic leads without being annoying? We have Pinterest, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. All of those things can help us expand our network, okay? So I think the most important thing, and you hear us always say, your leaders say, create curiosity, tell stories. Well, I want to go a little bit deeper into that. Curiosity is the strongest force in direct sales. Remember that. Social media can do more harm than good if not marketing the right way. So learn how, I'm going to read a couple things that I've written down in my notes that I don't have memorized yet, but these are things that I go by. Learn how to market in such a way that's value-based and high curiosity-driven. So every time you're putting out a post, you want to learn how to market in such a way that's value-based, okay? It brings value to your reader, and high curiosity-driven, where I'll get more into that. So you want to try using material that is given away freely elsewhere. And I'll get more into that in a minute. And you want to make them aware of something they don't know. Okay, a lot of people didn't know about gut health, right? And so we're making them aware of gut health and we're educating them. It's value-based. For example, I am very plexus proud. I'm going to be plexus for life. But I have to say, I did a training on my team page the other day that said, I don't sell plexus anymore. Curious? And then I did a live, and that was the title of my live, and I was basically saying, I went on there, I don't know why I feel like I have to have this in my ear if you're not talking to me, but I went on there and I said, oh my gosh, I love this lipstick. It stays on all day. It doesn't burn my lips. Oh my gosh, I love these sunglasses. They come in all different styles, and they're very reasonable but high quality. Oh my goodness, I love these flowers that get sent to my house, to my doorstep weekly. And I was saying all these things about all these products I had, but I wasn't telling them what it was. And people were saying, what is it? What is it? And I said, there's a reason I'm not telling you, because I want you to ask me. And so if I said, oh my goodness, you guys, I have tried this new toothpaste that is organic and it has made my teeth whiter in just 3 days. Do you think people would ask me what toothpaste I'm using? What if I told them what toothpaste I'm using? They would either Google it, right, and buy it off, what am I looking for? They would go buy it, right? They would go buy it off, or they would Amazon, or they would go Google it and find unbiased reviews that are wrong, and then, or they would go buy it from their neighbor down the street that's selling it as well, okay? So we want to market in such a way it forces those who are interested to reach out to us. And this is why it's so important to market you, not market so much what you're selling. And there's a balance there. I'm not saying to never post about plexus, but there's a balance on why. And I'm going to give you an example of how I do that. And obviously we know it's relationship based, okay? We know that already. We've had that training. But I want you to remember, I have expanded my network, and I have grown to recruit, close to 400, 450 level ones now because of this method. Relationships are stronger when two people have similar interests. Values and interests create emotional connection. Okay, so Bridget, how do you have time to make relationships with all these people online? I'm going to get to that in a minute. And how do they get to know you? And that's when storytelling comes in. And I know we learned about that at convention, and that's where marketing you is important. You want to paint a picture of you. How do your potentials and your networks know that you're kind? How do they know you're trustworthy? How do they know you're full of integrity? How do they know you're fun? How do they know you're a good leader? How do they know you're loyal? What's your interest? What's in common? If you're consistent, if you're committed, and if you're a no drama mama, right? How do they know this stuff? It's how you paint a picture of you. You may put posts of you and your kids. Well, that shows them something that paints a picture of who you are. Why would they want to join you? And I have people all the time messaging me and telling me, Bridget, I love the mom that you are. I think we have a lot in common. I would love to work with you. And I'm going, I don't know you. You live in Canada, but they're watching me and they want to join you. They feel connected by what you put out there, okay? So market you. Integrity and vulnerability is huge. Being vulnerable isn't a sign of weakness. And I used to think that, but I've come to realize the more vulnerable I am and open, it opens the door to relate and connect to people. And so I've been really working on that in my posts. And I want to real quick, this is all, I promise, going to come together and you're going to walk away with some tips to be able to help you expand your network. Okay. So the golden rule, we all know the golden rule, to treat others the way we want to be treated. But I want to give you the diamond rule. The diamond rule is to give 10 times more than you'll ever need to ask for. And I know diamonds can give in lots of ways, but I'm talking about in ways you need to give your time in your networking, okay? You need to give ideas. You need to give information. You need to educate. For example, I have always given freely of my time on the internet, and this is not business-based. This is people saying, hey, Bridget, I know you homeschool. Can you tell me a little bit about what curriculum you use? Well, I'm going to take the time to talk to that mom about what I do for curriculum, or I'm going to take the time to tell my friend about, you know, such and such. Or I have a friend that I have helped expand her network, and she doesn't have much to give, but she gives away recipes. For example, the other day, she gave away a recipe of how to make homemade sunscreen and organic bug spray. Do you know how many people wanted to have that recipe? She was able to make connections with those people who didn't know her. Now, if she put out a post about, hey guys, Plexus body cream helps with bug bites, do you think people would really want to ask for where you get that? No, she was making connections, okay? You want to give. For example, another way would be to give your time, go the extra mile to leave a voice message. Don't just write happy birthday on somebody's wall. Hey, go and leave a message and say, happy birthday, Tamara. How are you doing? Any special plans today? Something like that. You go the extra mile. It's all about relationships, and that's what I have done. And I know you're going, how do you have time to do this, Bridget? I'm going to get to that. So be intentional. I think the words here are vulnerable, intentional, purposeful. All of that plays into growing your network. And sometimes that's going to take time, guys. And sometimes you have to realize people have been doing this long before they joined Plexus. And so maybe that's why you see some of these girls going fast start gold, or guys going quickly. It's because they were doing this. And I was doing this. I had a blog, and I created a accidental brand, I like to say. I didn't know what I was doing, but that's what I did. And that's why I can take that now into what I'm doing now and teach others. So I had a mentor tell me once, when I was a young mom, became a mom when I was 19. And so I didn't have a lot of mom friends. And she said, Bridget, every conversation brings you closer, even if it's little. And so I remember I'd meet moms at the park, and if I just, oh, how old's your baby? And each time I'd see that person, we'd grow closer. And so I remember that when I market on Instagram. And I'm going to get to that in a minute, because most of my business has been built off Instagram through hashtags and attraction marketing. So I will tie this all in. I'm giving you guys little seeds, and then I'll tell you how that all works, okay? I also have a monthly focus, and I'm going to give you an example on that. Is every month I think about how I want to market to a certain group of people. This month, I have pregnancy and gut glam, or beauty detox, okay? So for my pregnancy, I focus on how can I relate my business to pregnant people. And what I've done this month is I put a post out on Facebook, okay? You guys can take this and you can and kind of go off into whatever direction you market. And I put out a post the other day on Facebook and on Instagram, and it said, hey, who of my Facebook friends are pregnant, and how many weeks are you? I have something, to give you. I have something I want to give you. I had so many people put on there, I'm 18 weeks, I'm 32 weeks, I'm this, I'm that. These are people that will never comment on any Plexus post. They were coming out of the woodworks to post on this. Why? Because I was going to give them something, right? So what I did with that is I messaged all those people, and I said, hey, congratulations, so exciting. I see that you're pregnant again, you're 18 weeks, you're having a girl. And I put an emoji, make it fun and light. And I messaged them this long, not too long, not information overload, but why Plexus products were good for you when you were pregnant. And it was compliant because I wasn't posting it on my main wall. These were I was getting information on who I could. And I had all these things on there about why our X factor is great, and why blood sugar regulation is great. And I even shared my testimony in there, and how I was pregnant with my 7th baby and had the best pregnancy ever, and why probiotics are good for mama and baby, and all of this stuff, right? And then at the end, I created a coupon that I just made, and it said, congratulations on your pregnancy. free shipping on your order of over, what, I forgot exactly what I put. You guys, I had like 8 new pregnant girls on my team this month because of that. I've got a ton of people on Instagram, the same thing. What I did on Instagram is I used hashtags, right? Pregnancy, belly bump, fit pregnancy, all the hashtags that would attract who the audience I'm looking for. Okay, I wasn't hashtagging plexus pregnancy. I wasn't hashtagging plexus or plexus slim or pink drink. No, because that's going to attract who? Plexus peeps. I don't want them. I want new people that have never heard about how amazing these products are going to help them. So that's just one way. Another way, I've got my focus, right? My 2 focus for this month is pregnancy and gut glam. I'm joining baby center groups. I'm sure everybody has a rumor going around that Bridget's pregnant again, because I've joined like 8 pregnancy groups on Facebook. Why? Because I'm targeting that group right now. Gut glam. Remember what I said earlier is you want to be different. You don't want to market what everybody else is marketing. People want something different. You need to stand out. So I put a post out and said, hey, who would like to hear more about my beauty detox? People that have heard about me preach about gut health for the last 2 years didn't say anything, but you know what? It attracted them. Beauty detox attracted them. Guess what my beauty detox is? It's the Triplex and X Factor Plus, but I just market it a different way. And it's more of an attraction marketing to that group. Sometimes people aren't interested, unfortunately, in gut health, but they're interested in growing their hair longer, and they're interested in skin. And so what I did is I created a group, and it's called Beauty Detox. And I have hairdressers and makeup artists and estheticians and all of that going in there, speaking on how important it is to take care of our insides, okay? So those are 2 things. Other examples really quick, you're probably thinking, well, Bridget, I don't know a lot about pregnancy, or I've never been pregnant, or I'm a guy, how am I gonna do this? Well, I'm teaching my son this too. He's gonna be joining Plexus next month, and I'm teaching him attraction marketing. He's gonna be 18. How is he going to grow his business? He's doing sports and CrossFit. He's marketing CrossFit. He's doing GoPro. He's doing millennials, marketing millennials, how to get out of college debt. He is focusing on those groups. Sometimes I'm just not creative, and I'm busy, and I can't think of a focus group. Well, guess what? Some months, I'm like, Bridget, where am I going to attract in marketing? Where am I going to grow and expand my network this month? I just am too busy to think. Well, some months I said, okay, I'm going to market everybody with the same name as me, Bridget. I went on, I found all the Bridgets I could, and I made conversations with these people. Oh my goodness, it looks like we don't only have the same name, but we both love to travel. We don't only have the same name, but it looks like we have baby boys the same age. You guys, I have a rock star runner that's name is Bridget, who lives in Laguna, California, who I met this way. So I'm just saying, Canada, same thing. I have 30 people on the ground working their business in Canada through focus groups on Canada. Teachers of Canada, CrossFitters of Canada. You get what I'm saying? It can go any way. Use your imagination. There's lots of ways to expand your network and create what? That relationship through something in common. And with related hashtags. I put a post last night up saying, somebody's like, Bridget, you always use all these hashtags. It's so annoying. And I said, I was joking. I'm like, that hashtag retired my husband. Why? Because this is how I've expanded my network, through different hashtags. And people always say, gosh, Bridget, your team is filled with large family homeschool moms. I said, why do you think that is? Because I was hashtagging that. Most people found me through a homeschool hashtag or a moms of many hashtag and joined my team. You be you. Don't be me. Be you. People that are like-minded are going to want to join you, okay? So find that niche. If you're an empty nester, if you're a grandma, go find that niche. There's people out there that would want to join you. Not me, not Tamara, not Candace, not Debbie, you, okay? So real quick, if you don't have an Instagram, I suggest you get one. Remember to create curiosity. Don't say you're Plexus Mama. Say something else, because the minute they see you sell Plexus, they're going to leave. Don't have lots of pink drinks and probiotics and all of that. Create curiosity. They want to follow you. Remember, they don't want to be sold to. They want you to give them something. Why would they want to follow you? Life is busy. They could follow millions of other people. Why would they want to follow you? You have to be value-based. You have to give them something. And so you have to be public. People will not find your hashtags if you are not public. And so what happens? I have all these hashtags going, right? Today, my girls went to music camp. Hashtag music, hashtag camp, hashtag summer, hashtag sisters. Just a simple picture. That picture created followers. I may get 4 or 5 followers off that simple picture, right? So what do I do with that? Am I good? Okay. I message those people and I say, hey, I just wanted to send you a message. My name is Bridget Ryan. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 7. It's great to connect with you. Wanted to take a minute to say thank you for following our crazy family. It's great to connect. That's it. I don't say anything about Plexus. Okay, I have a 90-day rule, and I'm intentional about building a relationship with them. Okay, so you're probably still asking, Bridget, how do you have time for all of this? I'm going to give you a tip. What I use on Mondays, I am intentional about building a relationship with 25 people. That could be on Facebook groups. That could be Instagram. That could be my focus groups. 25 people on Mondays. Throughout the week, I'm intentional. Remember that rule. It's just small conversations build a relationship. Online relationships look different than real life relationships. Oh, cute party. Oh my gosh, your daughter does gymnastics too. I'm looking to put my daughter in gymnastics. Just small talk like that, okay? And I'm intentional about those people because I have them written down. Now on Fridays, I follow up with people. And so by the end of the month, I've expanded my network to over 100 people. I do this every month. And if you're doing this every month, I've been doing this for over a year and a half, I no longer reach out to people. I am no longer the hunter. I am being hunted. And I know you're never supposed to go in management mode, guys. Never. Even when you're a diamond, I know Tamara, all diamonds, we're still continuing to expand our network and add to our teams, right? We want to grow wide. But I was getting a little bit overwhelmed, as you can imagine, having so many level 1s to maintain and train. And I told my upline, I said, I have to go in management mode. I cannot add any more people. So I'm not going to add any more people this month. I'm going to work on all the people that I added last month. You guys, 10 people joined that month without me trying. Why? Because I've been expanding my network every day. So I have these people coming in, right? And so I also want to say you want to time log. Really sit down and evaluate what you spend your time doing. And so what I do is I like to time log and say, okay, I spend 10 minutes on my focus groups. I spend, it really doesn't take that time to find your 25 people. Let's say a half an hour to an hour on a Monday. Every day you can reach out to those people, follow-ups. So figure out where you're spending your time, you guys. Evaluate, and what my favorite thing to do is every night before I go to bed, I put a to-do list for the next day, and that helps me stay focused. But you will not grow in your business if you don't continue to expand your network and build curiosity through storytelling and appropriate hashtags daily, and you will have people hunting you down, I promise. So you won't have to go after people, and your business will grow because you will constantly be expanding, and that's what I've done. So anyway, I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you some kind of ideas. If I didn't answer, I know I didn't go deep into the Instagram. I have on YouTube. You can go find my Instagram trainings. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys.
Okay. Bridget, I kind of don't even have words. I have taken so many notes, and it's like I can't wait to get going with even what you've taught tonight. This was amazing. It was so practical and honestly not hard. It's such direction that you gave us that is intentional, easy, and obviously it works. And I love your 90-day. Is what you're saying is your 90-day rule is you don't even speak Plexus for 90 days unless somebody brings it up?
Yes. They actually end up usually bringing it up to me before I even have to bring it up to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so the people I'm working with now, I don't expect to sign up till September, October. but I have people I've signed up, I think 7 so far this month that I've been working on since, May or even before then, March.
I love it. You are now the hunted, not the hunter. It's a whole paradigm shift. I love it. Bridget, thank you. This was probably the most valuable training we've had. It was amazing. And you're so precious to give us your time. Y'all who are watching this, these voices of experience are from the best. That's why they're where they are. And you need to be watching these. These aren't for us. They help us, but they're for you. And we are so excited to bring these to you monthly. Next month, we have Amber Miller coming. So that's exciting. But for this, Bridget, thank you so much. We so appreciate you. And everybody have a great night. Thanks.
Bye, guys. Bye.